We have an absolute treat on tap today as two of the game's best pitchers go head-to-head, Singy.
Yeah, and when
it's the Chicago Cubs taking on the San Francisco Giants. So up now for Chicago, Nico Hoerner. Bunting, and it's in the air. Bailey makes the grab, and there's one away. Time now for the Chicago Cubs lineup. One thing these guys do very well is stay out of the double play. They've hit into the fewest of any team in the league, Chris.
But we don't see situational hitting as that art as much as we used to, because guys are slugging the ball, they're hitting it over the fence. But when you see a team that has the ability to shorten up, hit behind runners, and go first to third or first to home, man, that just adds to the element of what you're able to do in other ways with the bat. So opposing pitcher better not walk anybody or give them free base runners, because these guys know what to do when men are on.
Pitch in the dirt, and the count is even 2-2. One of my favorite stats all time, 1997, the Hall of Famer Craig Biggio played in all 162 games for the Astros on AstroTurf, and he never hit into a double play. And now the DH, Seiya Suzuki. The 1-1 is fouled off. 2 outs. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Sends it to Flores. That's out number 3. We go to the bottom of the first. And the batter now, Jung-Hoo Lee. That one catches the corner for a strike.
Man, I mean, nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was.
And that's off the inside edge. And it's 3-2. Swings through it for the K. Snuck the fastball by him. Willy Adames stands in. Here's the pitch to Adames. Way inside, and that hit him. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him. Here's Elliot Ramos. Maybe a 2-ball. 5, 4.
He's out.
3. It's a double play, and that'll do it for the. Back here in San Francisco, top of the second, here's the center fielder, Pete Crow Armstrong. Ramos on the move towards foul ground. Puts it away for the out. And there's one down. And here comes Dansby Swanson. Swing and a miss as he was late.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
And the slider just misses. Out to short, Adames. And Swanson is set down. And up next for Chicago, B.J. Murray Jr. on the ground. Adames. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. Cubs. Back here at Oracle Park, we head to the bottom of the second. Now the Giants 4-hitter, Herrera Encarnacion. That one ripped. Fair ball. Around first, heading for 2. Throws to second. Not in time. That's a leadoff double.
Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
Here's Matt Chapman. Chapman launched a homer in his most recent game. That's a strikeout for Chappie. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Now it's the second baseman, Casey Schmidt. Popped up right side corner. As this one sized up. Puts it away for the out. Mike Yastrzemski up here. Runner at second, 2 down. Bottom half of inning number 2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And he's registered. Welcome back. And coming off a series where the pitching was outstanding, we take a look at those numbers. Out to short. Adames, the throw to first. Leadoff man retired here in the third. Now the Cubs catcher on the ground to the left. And it goes just foul. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Well, he's got great strikeout stuff on the mound, doesn't he? I mean, double-digit strikeouts in his last start, and he's just racking them up again in this one. This guy can really dominate a game out there. Not a fun assignment for any lineup.
Swing and a ground ball, and that's just foul. Righty delivers. Swing and a ball popped in the air. Makes the catch, inning over. And the Cubs. Oh, great stop. Over to first. And very nicely done for the out. Patrick Bailey, the next to hit. One down, base is empty. Fought off foul. And a 1-2. And a foul ball, he stays alive. That's to third. Birdie fires over to first. And that quickly, 2 away. Jung-Hoo Lee, the next Giant to hit. 2 down, nobody on. They say it went.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Misses the zone and he gets him to chase. High throw to first and he can't reach it. And he'll make it up to second as he advances on the throwing error. Willy Adames, the next Giant to hit. Runner at second, 2 down. Swings and misses, went with the sweeper. That one lifted to left. Taveras going after it. And that is that. Let's check out some notable Cy Young candidates so far this year.
Trust me when I tell you, no exceptions to the rule. Bringing blessings when I move. Special, I'm an essence, I'm a rule. I'm lessons, I'm written law, thoughts, food. More than what I.
That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Very close off the outside corner. Could have easily been called a strike in that location.
Birdie runs. That one is absolutely belted. He won't get there. That should be extra bases. Lead runner touches second, headed for third. Throw comes in. Runner stopped. Second and third. Nobody out.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night. And just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously? We're starting with this already. Now a chance for Seiya Suzuki. Swings and misses. Struck him out.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Certainly a strikeout situation right there. The infield playing back, and this pitcher has to step up and get the swing and miss. Really nice job of attacking the hitter at the plate. Pretty big 2-out at bat coming up now.
Swing and a line drive, and that's a base hit into right field. 1 runs in, the second run scores. Not in time. He's safe.
Got to be feeling great about that double. Big spot, and he drives in too. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Laboring here. About to throw his 30th pitch of the inning. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound. but they'll pick up a couple runs here. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. And a 1-1. Ground ball left side and foul ball.
He's been pitching well, but we'll see what kind of adjustment the hitters make this second time through the order. We'll know if he's got really good stuff in this one or not.
Birdie fires across the diamond. 1 out in the bottom of the 4th. Now it's the DH, Herrera Encarnacion. To the right side, and that chance handled. He'll do it himself. 2 up, 2 down. And here is Matt Chapman. 2 outs. And a foul ball. Outside, and that is ball 4.
Well, he earned his trip to first right there. It's not easy laying off pitches that just miss the zone like that. And it's a real discipline as well. He's put a lot of work into that aspect of his game, and it paid off right there.
In the air, left field. And that'll do it. So no runs. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2. Got him swinging. Now the Cubs catcher. The 1-1 is fouled off. Now one miss. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Way out in front of that inside pitch there, and just exactly the opposite kind of approach that you want with 2 strikes. You want to let the ball travel, make sure you recognize it, try to shorten up so that you can at least put the ball in play. Clearly fooled, but
Chapman over to first in time. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Now it's the right fielder, Mike Yastrzemski. And that's way high. And that's ball 3.
Well, these Giants doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way. And I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. Starter's leash has to be getting tighter with his pitch count where it is. But so far, he's been really effective in this one.
And it's into the gap. And they have their first hit since the 2nd inning. The throw to second is offline.
He was all over that one. Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap. And I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to buy.
And that's a base hit. Rounds third, headed for the plate. The throw is offline, and he's in to score. And they trail by 1. Patrick Bailey, the next Giant to hit. Ground ball could be 2. To Horner at second for 1. On to first, double play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
Now it's the Giants' leadoff hitter, Jung-Hoo Lee. Lined, and that's a base hit. Just kind of sliced that one into center.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
And now, Willy Adames. Throw to second, out at second. That ends the inning. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI. And this is now a 2-1 ball game. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. In time. And a drop third strike leads to the first out.
Perfectly executed 12-6 curveball right there. And with that kind of break, if you can drop it in below the zone like that, it's going to look like a strike the entire way coming in and then just disappear. So hard to get under the ball unless you're really gearing up for it, and you might need a pitching wedge.
And now Seiya Suzuki. Next pitch is outside.
2-1.
Next offering is fouled back. 2 outs, base is empty. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Gets a piece and stays alive.
Now just about to hit that century mark. 100 pitches for this game.
Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout. And knee high, that's in for a strike. Action in the pen down there. Drew Pomeranz, the left-hander, up and throwing. Number 43, also throwing. The shortstop takes the ball. Cut on and lifted in the air. He's got it, and there's one down. And here is Elliot Ramos. One out, base is empty. Next pitch misses, and that's ball 2. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Well, his hot hitting continues. He's been getting great results lately. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
Outside, and it's 2-1. With the tying run on at first here in the bottom of the 6th. Right side. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's 2 away. And here is Matt Chapman. The lefty closing in on 100 pitches.
Man, he's close as he's trying to get through 6 full innings right now. He's about to throw his 100th pitch. I'd be surprised if this isn't it for him.
Tucker should have it. And that's the inning. One left for San Francisco. They're down 2-1.
This is my house. I'ma show you what I'm about. 'Cause ain't no doubt that I'm a rise now. Like a rocket, no way.
We go to the top of the 7th, and now the center fielder, Pete Crow Armstrong. I think when you contemplate him as a player, the first thing you think about is defense, and you think about that great arm.
I also think about the speed. If he can get on, that's going to give one more thing for that pitcher to think about.
Oh, and they're going to tag the pitcher with a pitch clock violation. That's an automatic ball.
The pitcher must begin his motion before the pitch timer runs out. We're looking for a little more urgency out there.
Tap back to the mound. Sends it to Flores, and they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th. Dansby. Swanson stands in. Base is empty, 1 away. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Swing and a miss as he was out front. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. So he cracks double digits with his 10th strikeout. And next for the Cubs, Beach threw it by him. A swing and a miss at the fastball to end the inning.
Now pitching for Chicago, number 45.
And that misses. And a count 2-1.
You don't want to get beat by a fastball in, and he spits on that one.
Line drive, corner. And 1 away in the bottom of the 7th.
That play won't be trending on social media later on, but it's still important to execute it to perfection. This game is a lot harder than it looks, partner.
That's off the inside corner. 2-2. And a base hit right there. And the tying run is on base. A perfect example right there. That plate discipline, it pays off.
The deeper he gets into a count, the more comfortable he becomes, and he usually wins the battle.
Next to hit, Wilmer Flores. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Walks out of the bullpen.
New pitcher in the game for the Cubs, Porter Hodge.
And compared to a lot of other relievers, strikeouts have not been a big weapon for him this year, so the defense should be active.
A sliding stop. The feed for one. What a double play that was. Inning over.
They made it.
Here comes the manager out of the Giants dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. Hayden Birdsong will depart, and he leaves in a one-run game. New pitcher coming on. We'll be back in a minute. 3 balls, 2 strikes the count. Got him swinging. 1 away.
That's a pretty nasty pitch right there. I'd call it a power curveball in the 80s. It's got so much spin on it, and you really don't have a lot of time to sit back and watch what it's going to do before you have to commit. It was a good one for the swinging strikeout.
Got him looking. Coming out of the bullpen throwing beat. Nico Horner will come up to hit. That to right. Yastrzemski makes the play, and it's out number 3. On to the bottom of the 8th, and digging in for San Francisco, Jung-Hoo Lee. Looking to get the tying run on base. And that one fouled off. Out to short. Now the throw to first on the run. Got him! Nice play.
If you want to be a great defense, you have.
And up next for the Giants, Willy Adames.
Number 43.
That's to third, and it finds its way through for a hit. And that puts the tying run on base. And up next for San Francisco, Elliot Ramos. Swing and a ball lifted in the air right field. He just missed it. Great effort on the leaping grab. Here's a cleanup hitter for the Giants, Gerard Encarnacion. 2 outs. And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball. So the Giants leave 1. And they trail it here 2-1. And welcome back to the ballpark. We go to the 9th. John Birdie at the plate. The 1-2. On the ground to third. Zips it across. They get him, but it was pretty close. So here's Kyle Tucker now. Swings and misses. That pays his 3rd of the game. And next is the designated hitter, Seiya Suzuki. This to third. Chapman over to first in time. And that is that. So the closer summoned from the bullpen, Jason Adam.
I think closer has to be one of the toughest jobs in baseball, and we see a pretty high turnover rate because of it. Every outing seems to be high pressure, this one included. We'll see if he can wrap up the win and get himself a save.
Drops into the glove, and there's 1 down. He's 2 outs away. Schmidt digs in now. And that's whipped for a base hit. And the tying run is on base here in the bottom of the 9th.
No, that at-bat had a lot riding on it. Certainly a pivotal swing of the bat in this ball game. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
And a 2-1 on the way. Line drive to short and caught.
They couldn't have asked for a better out. Makes a great play on the line drive, and they keep the runner at first. Just like that, they're almost out of the inning.
So they're down to their final out. Wilmer Flores, the next Giant to hit. They're down to their final strike.
He has a tendency to chase out of the zone, and that slider that's down, that's one of his money pitches to get that swing and miss.
1 strike away. Off the mark there, and it's 3-2.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
2 outs. Got him! And that is the ball game. And your final.
I'm allergic to the bad vibe. I'm allergic to the bad mind. I'm allergic to a lazy. They wanna cover my energy. Leave me alone if it's no money. To the problem, I'm the remedy. I'm just chilling, sipping. Observating, I'm the referee. I'm allergic to the. See the liar from afar. See I pull up with a man. Protect myself from wahala. Who they tryna patronize me? I'm young and I'm lit and I'm free. Hold on, give me a second. Body they run when I sneeze. Allergy.